With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Tennessee Titans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 34 yards there and a first down.
Well, they didn't do a lot there to fool anyone. They just came right out and ran the football, but with great success. And that's the way you want to get things started. A nice quick opener for a big game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on first. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. These two teams, of course, the Titans and Ravens, met in the postseason a year ago. And really, along with the Titans win the previous week in Foxborough, it was one of the shockers of the postseason. The Titans, a 6th seed on the road. The Ravens, they were the top seed, riding a 12-game win streak and coming off the first-round bye. But when that game was all Tennessee, they led 28-6 at one point, ultimately winning 28-12 and sending them on to the AFC title game in Kansas City. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Tucker on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. they're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
2nd and 12 at the Titans' 31-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. Fighting through. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
At his 48-yard
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From just shy of midfield, Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
10 yards.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are just an extra point away from moving out in front. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Titans 7, Ravens 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
At the 39-yard line.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. March 54.
From the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
17-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
2nd and 11. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll run with Dobbins. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
One more time with Dobbins. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and goal.
From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. It's a big run that time by Henry. 59 yards for him on the ground.
1st down, Tennessee.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
At the Ravens' 29-yard line.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure. And
that's caught inside the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson now. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Titans 23-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. This is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with Dobbins, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins in the final seconds of the first half. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. And this is up and good. It brings them within a point now. It's 14-13.
Titans 14, Ravens 13. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. On first down, Tannehill looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big run there by Henry. 42 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Evans. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Darrington Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Titans 21. Ravens
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script.
They got his man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 32 on the play.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a carry for Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go play action with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and goal. Jackson got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. Now Jackson operating from the gun. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Play action. Now Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Here's Dobbins. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Jackson And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have broken the tie.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry. Burst by him near the 35. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
He's brought down.
That one good for 33 and a first. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
This is Henry. Fights him off, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Patrick Queen on the
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage.
41-yard
Nice
line.
linebacker play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Complete.
15 yards on the play. First down.
A gain of
Gotta love the
15.
catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
8-yard line.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll give Henry another shot. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Flush to his right. His pass caught at the 4. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The kick is good.
And he'll bang that one through.
Will tie the game 28-all.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Desmond King on the tackle.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
No gain on the
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Set him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll run here with Dobbins. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's got Rome. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have broken the tie.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he slings one that's incomplete. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now it's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. Gets through, and now an opening. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Titans, first down.
Here we go. That's 20.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete as well. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler, Gostkowski. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler, Gostkowski. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the